Here's 6 of the ugliest animals in the world. 1. Why are Damascus goats so ugly? This creature, native to Syria and other parts of the Middle East, comes with a face only a goatherd could love. It's the lone domesticated species on the list, and you might wonder if some waggish breeder conjured it up as a practical joke. But believe it or not, there's a festival devoted to Damascus goats, complete with a beauty contest to select the most attractive of these bizarre animals from around the Persian Gulf. 2. What does a blobfish look like? You'd think someone had coughed up a colossal loogie, but this is in fact a real animal. The blobfish achieved stardom in 2013, when it won a public vote for ugliest animal in the world. It became the mascot for the Ugly Animal Preservation Society, which advocates for nature's more aesthetically challenged creatures. However, it turns out we all fell for a smear campaign. The blobfish isn't so hideous after all. 3. What does the naked mole rat look like? Neither a mole nor a rat, but very much naked. This one-of-a-kind East African rodent is as fascinating as it is unsightly. At first glance you might mistake it for the least appetizing potato you've ever seen. The folds of its pale, blotchy skin dotted with just a few scraggly hairs that allow it to sense its surroundings. But if ever an animal taught us not to judge a book by its cover, it's this one. 4. Why do proboscis monkeys have big noses? If Squidward fell in love with a baboon, out would come something like the proboscis monkey. It's named after the biological term for big honkin' nose, and boy oh boy, talk about a schnoz. Native to the mangrove forests of Borneo, they also have pot bellies and big fleshy pads encircling their necks, oddly reminiscent of the accordion-like ruffs worn by wealthy 16th-century Europeans. 5. What does the eye look like? Don't worry, our next guest is getting adequate sleep, that's just the way it is. The eye, with its permanent expression of wild-eyed shock and long, slender skeleton fingers, is as much a fright as an eyesore. The indigenous Malagasy people of Madagascar consider it a bad omen, and it's not hard to imagine why. Each one looks like a crazed hermit who just stumbled out of the wilderness to let us know the world is ending. 6. Why does a horse-hoe bat look like that? If it looks like this thing has a ghastly flower blooming smack in the middle of its face, you're not far off. That ornate organ is called a noseleaf, and although its purpose isn't fully understood, many biologists believe it's used to direct echolocation calls, helping them to navigate and hunt more efficiently.